Magandang araw po sa lahat ng aming mga panunood. Narito po tayo ngayon upang matuto at ating makapanayam ang tao na biniyayaan ng ating may kapal upang lubos pa natin maintindihan ang mga batas na siyang gabay ng mga arkitektong Pilipino. Let us all welcome the Maestro, Architect Alfredo A. Fernandez.
Good day, good morning, good evening sa mga nandun sa ibang timeline. And thank you sa opportunity na na-interview ako ni Architect Naomi regarding this Architecture Act of 2004 in legal methods.
Yes, an inspiring day indeed po, Maestro Fernandez. And congratulations din po on the publication of your book. Ngayon, kwentuhan niyo naman po kami. Kwentuhan niyo po kami with your background and tell us a bit of what energized you to write and publish the book.
Okay, first of all, I am a graduate of La Consolacion College, Bacolod, way back 1997. And I took the board 1998. So more or less, I'm now in my 21 years of practicing being an architect. Specializes in construction contracts and claims management, alternative modes of dispute resolution, and nai-engage pa yun sa design. Okay? And the factor kung bakit pumasok sa mind ko na mag-create ng ganitong libro, dahil nung nasa academic institution ako, I'm formerly teaching at Technological Institute of the Philippines, De La Salle, Dasmariñas, and Central Colleges of the Philippines. Originally, ito ay manuscript ng aking lecture sa professional practice. And nakikita ko na nagkakaproblema yung mga architects, students, practitioners, even the public on what is really the practice of architecture. Pag nakikita natin sa market kasi maraming nag-illegal practice, marami ring mga architects na minsan nakikita natin is engaged in unethical practice. Dahil karamihan sa atin, we just interpret our architecture law in our own ways, not in the legal methods in which ano ba talaga yung spirit and intent ng ating batas using the doctrines and jurisprudence decided by the courts and using statutory construction in interpreting the provisions of the law. So that triggers me na why not may manuscript be in a book para ma-distribute and magamit sa academic institutions, magamit ng mga architects, ng mga aspirants and students para later on, iisa lang yung mindset natin lahat kung ano ba talaga ang sinasabi ng ating batas. In fact, sa isang YouTube channel ko na postings nung nag-live telecast ako nung nakaraan. There is a question na ni-raise and sinabi doon sa akin na kung ako ba daw ay pagbibigyan ng pagkataon na gumawa ng batas, ano yung gagawin ko to protect the interest of the profession and ma-prevent yung mga illegal practices. Although hindi ko nasagot doon dahil nag-end na yung aking telecast, but nakita ko pa yung pag-pop up ng message. And I told to myself, sa totoo lang, we don't need to amend or to create another architecture law para sasabihin natin na we can protect really the architecture profession and to prevent illegal practices. Kasi kahit anong gawa natin ng magandang batas, if we ourselves, architects, we cannot educate the public, we cannot impose it on ourselves para i-impose ang ating architecture law. Wala ring mangyayari. Now, we have a good law, pero ang problema naman nun yung paano natin i-implement sa ating sarili, paano natin i-impart yung knowledge natin sa public, paano natin i-impart yung knowledge natin sa academic institution para paglabas natin doon at mag-practice din ng architecture. We are on that side na sasabihin natin, ito dapat ang tama. These are the practice which is ethical na sinasabi ng ating batas para maiwasan yung mga unethical practices and yung mga illegal practices. So that's the reason why I came up with this book, para magamit na maintindihan ng maayos ng ating architecture.
I agree with you, Architect Fernandez. No? I think meron naman talaga tayong napakagandang batas that protects our profession. Ang isa lang sa nagiging problem is yung interpretation at yung enforcement ng mismong code of profession natin. So, this is a very good movement na meron tayo nito, and also yung mission niyo po, Architect. Salamat kasi you heed on to the call. So guys, this is actually a very good news to all Filipino architects and to all future Filipino architects then. So let's take this opportunity that God blessed us with, Architect Alfredo Fernandez, who authored the book that helps us understand the RA 9266 to a deeper level, but in a manner we can relate to. So in this book, Maestro Fernandez strategically used Q&A method. So it's a question and answer with stated notes and cases, so we can relate our professional code with real life experiences. So eto, backed up din siya with kasi mahirap for everybody to understand kasi kung ano sinasabi ng batas it's a different language. So, etong book na to is pinapamalas niya talaga, pinapaintindi niya in a way na si Maestro he is bridging the gap of understanding between the law and the architects. Okay. So, Maestro, tell us one of the common traps in the content of RA 9266 that you tackled in your book.
Well, Architect Nami, pagka na-scan mo yung book no, and you open it up, example, doon sa areas ng diversified trading. Ang ating RA 9266, the codal provision, does not states about compensation of the apprentice no, and the diversified training. So what happened in my book is that I relate that to other provisions, which is the labor code. So, kasi wala naman yun sa 9266, and ang pag-aaral ng batas, you have to link it with other laws applicable to it. So with regards to the apprenticeship, dahil marami rin ang nagsasabi na ano ba ang apprenticeship, may bayad o wala? So I link it with the labor code, kung ano sinasabi ng labor code pagdating doon sa areas ng apprenticeship and sa compensation. And another thing is that pag nakikita mo yung book, in the areas of qualifications for an applicant for examination, ang una makikita mo kasi sa qualification ng applicant for examination is that you must be a Filipino citizen and a citizen of other countries. So, broad yon pagka binasa mo yung a citizen of other countries. So, what are the requirements doon sa areas ng citizen of other countries? So, I linked that to the requirement on reciprocity. In fact, I cited a case, the case of Yasuyuki Ota versus Professional Regulation Commission, which is a very good case that interpret really the requirements on the qualifications for an applicant for examination with regards to reciprocity, which is yun ang nakalagay doon sa citizenship or a citizen of a foreign country qualified to take the examination. So that is one of an example na makikita doon sa book that based on the decision of the Supreme Court also.
Okay, sobrang interesting. Actually, you caught me, Maestro, in the part wherein yung pag-interrelation ng ng batas natin, kasi minsan malabo siya with RA 9266, but then we have this labor code pala that can actually support yung understanding natin dun sa isang part lang ng 9266. And of course, minsan kasi when our main code fails, we have to remember that as citizens of the Philippines, meron po tayong civil code. So those are the things lang na kailangan natin malaman as responsible citizens. Good. Okay, so ganda. So to all my fellow architects and to all aspiring and future architects, so that is a copy of the book. So it is published by Central Books. I already got mine, and I'm sure this book will be as helpful to you as it is to me. So with Maestro, with your advocating heart, I hope that Ano po ang mensahe ninyo para po sa lahat?
Okay, for those in the profession of architecture, the aspirants, the students, no, practitioners, even the public, they can buy a copy of this book at Central Bookstore nationwide. And napaka-user-friendly kasi ng libro, no? Sa size, sa ganda ng cover, sa ganda ng content. No? You can bring it easily kung kahit saan ka magpunta. Kaya sa sasakyan ka, na traffic ka, you can read the book, no? And yung format niya kasi is hindi siya parang novel type, no? It's the Q&A with citations and jurisprudence decided by the court na madaling maintindihan. Pag tinignan mo nga, parang nagbabasa ka lang din ng pocket book, no? On its pocket book size, and may storytelling sa loob, no? Dahil meron mga decisions sa court. So I invite the participants, the architects, the practitioners, even in the useful sa academic institution ito dahil sa professional practice natin. And during sa practice, talagang maintindihan mo kung ano yung tamang actions, no, and demeanor ng isang architect in the practice of this profession. So guys, hope that you can grab a copy of this book, no? Sa Manila meron tayong head office ng Central Bookstore along Quezon Avenue, malapit sa Fisher Mall. Merong Central Bookstore sa 5th floor ng SM Mega Mall. And merong branches sa Evergood Recto, and other branches meron sa Cebu and Davao. So hope you can grab the copy of this book at the cost of only 825 pesos.
Yes, okay. Share ko lang, Maestro, last, no? One of the favorite thing for me is actually sobrang reader-friendly din talaga ng book na to. Kasi maiintindihan mo siya part by part. Para kang kung fan ka ng mga Netflix, nanonood ka ng series. So para siyang ganon, series by series, madadigest mo per topic yung nandito sa book.
So, ayun guys. So, thank you so much. Thank you po, Maestro. God bless.
Thank you, Architect Naomi, for this opportunity. God bless to all.